Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here, and I am amazed at, first off, the fact that this got here before I had to go to work, and that the fact that it's here. You can tell by the title what it is, but this guitar is one of my dream guitars, and well, I'll open it and explain some more. So hopefully this thing is not covered in styrofoam peanuts. Like, I hope it's packaged well. But styrofoam peanuts, like, really? Like, I don't remember what it was. Ow. But I think it was the PV. Oh, it is not. I think it was the PV Windsor. Was just full of styrofoam peanuts. Oh, my cat's gonna be so happy. Oh, so it is in a big bag, and it's been wrapped in bubble wrap. There you go, cats. Didn't mean to hit the camera. Hold on. It's a pretty serious gig bag right off the bat. I'm kind of impressed by that, because usually, like, okay, I bought this off eBay, and the guy was like, I asked him, like, can you send it in a gig bag? Or are you going to send it, do you have a gig bag for it or anything, or a case? He's like, well, I don't have a hard shell case, but FedEx apparently requires to send it in some sort of case, so he just has a ton of gig bags and he just ships them with whatever guitar he sells. Very nice guy, by the way. I told him, like, this is one of my dream guitars, dude. Like, you're making my dream come true over here. Oh. Yeah. Sturdy gig bag. Got a center strap. It's by PV, ironically, because this is not a PV guitar. So let me check to see if there's any case candy. Oh, that was unzipped. We'll find them. Any case candy? No, that's fine. So before I actually like unzip it, I'll talk about what this is. And why I was really worried about it getting here last night. There was actually a huge ice storm last night, and I was checking the, I don't sleep, and I was checking the tracker, and it stopped yesterday in a town that was about 2 miles outside of the state, and from the main facility in this state. And it was like, alright, cool, it'll take, not 2 miles, 2 hours. It'll only take about 2 hours. Well, 5 hours goes by and it still wasn't there yet. And I was like, ooh, I hope it didn't get into an accident with like the stuff with other packages, or like the truck itself fell into a ditch or something. So, but I was in a band a couple years ago with these awesome guys. They're all pretty awesome guys. Just music created differences, I guess. And ex-girlfriends really ruined it. It was my ex-girlfriend and she ruined the band. And it sucked, but you know, you move on. But the drummer of this band had this sick Gibson, and it was just this beautiful 80s Gibson, and every time I'd play it, or every time I went over I'd play it. And I fell in love with it. I'm like, dude, I'll give you, I think like the highest I offered him was like $600. He's like, dude, I love this guitar. I can't sell it. So, wow. Oh, it's just as heavy as I remember. Oh, it's so cold. This is a 1981 Gibson Sonex. this is one of my dream guitars. And why is it one of my dream guitars? Because this, ironically, was when it came out, it was a cheap guitar. It was not like, oh, a Gibson Standard or a Gibson Les Paul Studio. Or not Studio, or Custom. This was a cheap guitar. Even when it came out. It's so mean. It's so crazy. This guitar is, it weighs like a dying sun. Like, it's easily like 15, not 15, it's like 10 pounds. These pickups are so low. So it's in better shape than I thought. I mean, hopefully these knobs are interesting. But yeah, the bridge is actually on backwards, which, or not the, yeah, the bridge, which I think is hilarious. The action is super, super low. And I'm so excited right now. And this, I got this real cheap because of a few things. A, it's not in the best shape. You know, it's got some dings, and in the right light you can see some more scratches in the back finish. And there's like little imperfections in the finish and stuff. And it doesn't have any strap buttons. And this one's actually has an anchor put in it, which I've seen that before, so it should be fine. Looks like it's glued in there pretty good. This is the main reason I got it for cheap. That's a pretty gnarly headstock repair. Like, I've owned a few guitars with headstock repairs, and that one is bad. And I think something with the neck pickup. Like, I know he said it works. It's kind of a weaker signal. Well, I can already tell you off the bat, dude, that if it's just the signal, it's because your pickups are inside of your guitar. Like, seriously. I never have my neck pickup that low. But yeah, this is a gnarly headstock repair. And so here's the dilemma with this guitar. And my amazing love for this Gibson, along with the Marauder series, the Invader series, and a lot of the guitars that came out around this time. And ironically, I don't like this thing on most guitars. It's a bolt-on neck. So there's a little crack there too, but that looks like that's definitely just a finish crack, so that's not a huge deal. So do I pitch the neck, and just because you can buy replacement Gibson style necks for like 40 bucks on eBay? Do I just pitch the neck and, or well, not pitch it, but like, you know, not use it and get a brand new looking neck, put it on here, just rock out? Or do I use this neck, this beat up vintage style neck? And honestly, it's a gnarly cosmetic repair. Cosmetically, the repair is very gnarly. Like, it's just not well covered up. There's a couple indents on it, but it's not bad. It looks pretty solid. All of these tuners except for one need screws. If you hear a noise, it's my cats, because they're in love with this box right now. But yeah, so I talked to a buddy of mine. His name is Josh Sage. He is the owner, and I don't know if he's the sole member. I don't think he has employees working for him yet. Of Thane Guitars. Check him out. I consider myself a guitar worker who likes to tinker and likes to customize guitars and buy kits. He is a full-on luthier. Like, he buys pieces of wood and he just molds it into awesome machines. Right now he's working on a really cool piece. I don't know if he wants me or anyone to know what it is yet, so I'm just saying it's a really cool piece. But he's been doing luthier stuff since high school, like freshman year, I think. And he's a really cool dude. If you want a custom made guitar, go check out Thane Guitars. I'll put if I can find it, a link to their Facebook page in this video. I'll at least try. But yeah, he's a really nice guy. He said he'd help me like repair this neck. He's a good buddy of mine. He's actually the guy that's gonna help me wire up the Dean. But I'm just like really excited because I finally own a Gibson Sonex. And these are not cheap now. Ironically, when these came out, they were cheap. This is not, like, I got this on the cheap and it still was kind of pricey. Like, to me, a guitar like this is awesome and it's vintage and it's cool. But what most people are asking for, like the cheapest one besides this one that I found was $485 or $450, but they wanted a obscene amount of for shipping, like $100 or like $80 for shipping, and I'm like, dude, that's a lot. That's really a lot. I got this for $340 shipped, and I don't hopefully ever plan to get rid of it. There's a little bit of fret wear, but it's not terrible. Like, it doesn't need a refret or anything. But yeah, I paid $340 for this Gibson. This is the second cheapest Gibson I've ever bought, behind the Firebird Zero, and then just ahead of this would be my Gibson M2. And I am so excited to like tune her up and check her out. Anyway, I'll stop fanboying now and check this guitar out and make a video on me jamming out on this. So anyway, Jack Punkington signing out. Peace, guys.